What is up, guys? Misha here from Beyond the Huddle, and welcome to another video. And again, today, guys, we're going to be going over the altcoin forecast. And yesterday, Ralphie did the Bitcoin forecast, so we'll kind of review what has happened ever since he made that video. And then we'll go over the altcoin index, kind of see what's going on overall with the altcoins. And then we'll talk about the two altcoins that we've been paying very close attention to in the past couple of weeks. So without further ado, guys, let's get into it. Alright, guys, so right now we're looking at Bitcoin, and if you guys saw the video yesterday, Ralphie did go over what has happened on the COT on Bitcoin, and I'll just give you guys a recap. Right here we can see that the net positioning of the smart money has gone below the average. We're still net long. It's about 52 or so % net long, and they are below average, so it's definitely not trending to the upside. It's trending down. Okay, so although we're bullish, it's trending down. And what's been causing that is because, as you guys can see, ever since around August 30th or so, the longs have been going down, and the longs are now below average. And if I zoom in a little bit more, you guys can see that these longs are below average. And when we look at the shorts are clearly above the average. So definitely not looking too bullish in terms of the COT. And as you guys can see, prices, this is all happening as price was reaching into that premium right here. Swing high, swing low, premium, and we had the equilibrium of this weekly supply right here, and that was the exact high, and ever since then price has been going down. Now, if you guys saw what I mentioned in the past couple videos, I was looking at this discount zone right here with this daily demand right there, and as you guys can see, prices slammed right down into it. We've seen a reaction, but then what was this? This reaction was nothing more than just another phase 3 sell right here. As you guys can see, price came back up into the 61.8, and then boom, price is going back down. Now, price has not made a lower low yet. Again, keyword yet. Based on what I'm seeing right here with this key level right there that we have, which is our short-term level. So last week our short-term level was right here, and now this week our short-term level is right there. So if prices were to stay below that short-term level, we would expect prices to keep going lower, in which case they will be going lower into this big discount that Ralphie was talking about yesterday. And we'll be looking at the quarterly open here, because right now we are below the monthly open and we're also below the weekly open. So we're going to get rid of last week's short-term level. And again, this level right here was our long-term level, which was the high last week. Price went down, retracement, premium sell, and then price going down again. Now, again, we are within this discount right here, so it's going to be very interesting for us to see how prices react within this discount, and also how the COT positioning reacts within this discount. Are they going to start reducing shorts and adding long? If they do, then that's a different scenario. But if we keep the shorts as high as they are, we would expect continuation to the downside. Now, again, this is our key level right here. As you guys can see, price is currently retesting that key level right here for our short-term trend, and so far it's being used as resistance. So definitely not ready to be getting into Bitcoin at the moment, especially knowing that the month and the quarter ends in about a couple days. Today's the 29th, and as you guys can see, we have a bearish candle right now for the month of September. The month of September is down about 10.69%. So as usual, because we already know that most of the time September is a bearish month for Bitcoin. Now, looking at it on a quarterly basis, we have a bullish quarterly candle. The quarter is up about 20% or so. So it's going to be very interesting to see how price reacts around our short-term level and how the COT positioning changes, and that will give us a better idea of what to expect for next quarter, because we could have a bullish quarter next quarter, or we could have a bearish quarter, and it's all going to depend on how the COT positioning changes. So with that being said, guys, let's go ahead and start taking a look at our altcoins. All right, guys, right now we are looking at the altcoin market cap. This is the total market cap excluding BTC, and to access this chart here, all you guys have to do is go ahead and type in total 2 into your symbol thing here. And as you guys can see, this altcoin market is definitely below its monthly open and below its weekly open. Just like Bitcoin, it looks very similar to the Bitcoin chart, although it's not Bitcoin. Actually, it probably looks a little bit more similar to Ethereum, to be honest, because Ethereum makes up most of the altcoin market cap. And you guys can see very, very similar things. If we go down into a monthly, you guys can see that for this month of September, altcoins are down 8.1%. So they're outperforming Bitcoin by about 1.9% or so, which is nothing too crazy. So overall, the market in general is down for the month of September. Now we go ahead and take a look at our quarterly, and we can see that on a quarterly basis, altcoins are up 41%. So if they're up 41%, they're probably outperforming Bitcoin by about 20% or so, because we saw Bitcoin was only up 20% for the quarter. So that's what we're seeing on the altcoins. Now, going back down into the daily, you guys can see very similar things, except this time around on the altcoins, we got into a way bigger premium, and we got deeper into the premium right here, a little bit deeper than Bitcoin. And we just saw two more premium sales, swing high, swing low. Premium sale went below the monthly open, swing high, swing low, premium sale by retesting the monthly open. And now we're refusing to make a lower low just like Bitcoin, but we're below the weekly open. So that's telling us that most altcoins should be bearish. And that's one of the reasons why we're not really interested in getting into the market at the moment. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show you guys the chart for Ethereum, CRV, and Ethereum Classic, because those are the coins that we've been paying very close attention to. All right, guys, now we are looking at Ethereum. And from the last time we spoke about Ethereum, you guys remember we were talking about this daily supply right here. We had hit the equilibrium of that daily supply here. We made a move lower, came back, phase 3 sell, dropped down, another retracement up, and now we would expect price to keep going lower. We're below the monthly open, below the weekly open. Now, one interesting level here on Ethereum is this daily demand right here at around, what's the high of this? 2,632. We barely missed it right here as we were coming down. But if we look at it from a premium and discount perspective, you guys can see that price definitely came down into this discount right here. So it's going to be interesting again. If Bitcoin is able to go back above the short-term level, and the COT tells us that the smart money has been adding longs and reducing shorts, then there's a potential for these markets to be going higher. But again, if Bitcoin's not really going higher, we don't really expect these other markets to go higher. Could it happen? Absolutely. Do you want to bet on that? Absolutely not. So let's go up into a monthly time frame, and you guys can see also Ethereum is also down for the month, and it's down about 15%, which is about 5% less than well, actually, this might not be 5% less. I don't remember exactly. I think Bitcoin was down 10%. Let's go take a look at that, guys. I don't want to give wrong numbers. Yeah, so Bitcoin's down 10%, and Ethereum is actually down a lot more. Ethereum is down 15%, so about 5% more than Bitcoin overall. And we go into a quarterly, and we can see Ethereum is up on the quarter, up 28%, so about 8% more than Bitcoin on the quarter. So monthly candle opens in a couple days, so we'll see what happens with that monthly candle. Are we going to have a complete reversal to the upside, or are we going to continue this bearish trend that has started in the month of September? So we have to remember that we're above the quarterly open, we're above the yearly open. So as long as we stay above these two, there's definitely a potential for prices to go higher. But in order for that to happen, we're going to have to break those key resistance areas. So yeah, guys, not much going on Ethereum right now. And now we're going to go ahead and take a look at Ethereum Classic, which, as I've told you guys, we had ideas as to why it could potentially outperform Ethereum. And if that's going to be the case, we'll be able to see it on the Ethereum Classic against ETH chart. And that's what we're going to be taking a look at right now. Okay, we are looking at the Ethereum Classic against Ethereum chart. And if you guys remember, we were looking at this from a weekly time frame perspective. And this is the weekly demand that we've been watching. So clearly price has tried to bounce off of the opening price right here, and we have not been able to see continuation to the upside. So the next level we're going to be paying very close attention to is going to be the equilibrium price point of this weekly demand. So the equilibrium price point is right here. So we're going to mark out that level right there. Boom. Okay. So that's the next potential level of support that we have on this chart right here for Ethereum Classic against Ethereum, and we'll see what happens once price drops down into it. So right now we are above the weekly open, so that means this week Ethereum Classic has been outperforming Ethereum. And when we were around this level right here, we did mention that we could potentially see a new lower low happen on this chart before a potential rally. So that could also be something that's happening. But right now we're using the opening price of that weekly demand right here as resistance. So price would have to go back above that. If that were to be the case, then that could very well be the start of a pretty nice run for Ethereum Classic against Ethereum. So that's what we're looking at on Ethereum Classic. Again, nothing much has changed. We're still within that weekly demand down here. So with that said, let's go ahead and take a look at our third and last coin, which is going to be CRV. Okay guys, we are now looking at CRVUSDT, and as you guys remember, we did mention that daily supply right here, which is one of the reasons why we exited our position once price saw a rejection at the equilibrium price point of that daily supply right here. And ever since then, price has been going back down. Now we have come down into the monthly open, and we're currently using that as support. So if we can potentially see some strength in BTC, we can see the smart money starting to add longs in the COT, and BTC starting to break our short-term level for this week and potentially make its way towards our longer-term level. Then we could potentially see a bounce right here on CRV. But if not, then we're probably going to see prices drop a little bit lower. And what are some of the levels I'll be paying attention to? Well, we have the quarterly open right here, which is going to be very, very important because we've already used that as support. You would assume that if we come back into the level, there's a high likelihood that it could potentially break. I know there's a lot of people that think the more level gets tested, the stronger it is, but that's actually not the case. The more level gets tested, the weaker it actually becomes. And if you guys don't believe me, I suggest you guys go take a look at the $6,000 level on Bitcoin back in 2018. A lot of people were saying, oh, that level is strong support, it keeps getting hit, it cannot be broken. Well, that was true until I think October or November of 2018. We had a massive move to the downside that broke the level. So again, the more level gets tested, the weaker it actually becomes. So right now we're seeing the support here, and if we come down here, price would have to bounce because if not, we're probably going to see prices go much lower. So looking at it from a premium discount perspective right here, we have a discount down here, which we came down here before. Maybe we come down a little bit deeper, but we definitely do not want to see this quarterly open get taken out. Now looking at it from the monthly, guys, this month is up about 4%, which is very different from what we saw on Ethereum and on Bitcoin. And we look at this from a quarterly perspective, and it is currently up about 28%. So definitely been outperforming both Bitcoin and Ethereum. But again, if we're not bullish Bitcoin, we do not want to be getting into any positions at the moment. So Bitcoin would have at least to go ahead and break our short-term level. So that's CRVUSDT. Now let's go ahead and take a look at CRVBTC. Okay, guys, we are now looking at CRVBTC, and again, very, very similar things. We are using, well, we've used the quarterly open as support. We're above the monthly open, we're above the quarterly open, but we are below the weekly open. Now, one of the targets that we had for CRV was this weekly supply right here, and as you guys can see, we're still about 305% away from that level. This is when we were in our CRV trade a couple weeks ago. We were targeting this area, but again, because of what we saw in CRVUSDT and also the fact that Bitcoin was not bullish, we got out of our position. And now we're simply just waiting for the next opportunity or CRV, because we still believe that once this takes off, we're very well likely going to go up into this weekly supply right here. So looking at it from the daily perspective, you guys can see that we came down into this daily demand right here, which is right around the quarterly open, and we've been using it as support. But again, unable to make new higher highs, guys. You guys can see price starting to make a sequence of lower highs right here. So which is not indicating any type of strength on CRVBTC right now. So again, not really interested in this chart at the moment. Looking at it from a premium discount perspective, prices would have to come down into this area, maybe retest this monthly open before showing a move to the upside. But again, it's all going to be dependent on what we see on Bitcoin again. So not much going on, guys. We are not in any positions at the moment. We are still waiting. We're flat. We're going to be analyzing things as Bitcoin breaks or resistance levels and as the COT updates on Friday. So with that being said, guys, hope you guys got a lot of value from this. If you did, make sure to give the video a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell so you can get notified every time we drop a new video. And with that said, guys, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.